Welcome folks to my channel, Wildlife Ranger, for all things natural history, where today we are going to look at a woodland early flowering plant known as the wood anemone or windflower due to the delicate dispositions of the flowers on the stem. So before we embark on our trip to the field to find it, let's have a look at the relevant features which will enable us to recognise it. The wood anemone or Anemone nemorosa, or the windflower, is a member of the buttercup family, the Ranunculaceae, which, like many members of this family, is an early flowering spring plant, arriving before the dense canopies of oak or beech establish. The flower itself is star-shaped, white in colour, and it usually has 6 inverted commas petals. And they are, in fact, sepals, the petals being redundant. It forms carpet-forming masses in mature deciduous woodland, close to damp conditions, and it blooms from March to May. The flower has 30 or 40 pollen-rich stamens, yellow with pollen, and a cluster of carpels at its centre, which become one-seeded fruits called achines. A large proportion of those seeds are actually infertile, and the flower spreads slowly through the soil in a rhizomous fashions, meaning it usually is a fairly good indicator of ancient or semi-ancient woodland, and is long established. The leaves are palmate, with 3 around the stem, 1 or 2 of them from the base, and after flowering 3 paired with pointed toothed lobes, as shown in the images. The following slide illustrates further detailed botanical features which can be paused at any point and researched in further detail. The habitat favoured by the wood anemone is damp, rich soils of deciduous woodland close to the water table. And in the habitat which we visit today, 1st of April, we will be looking at a steep-sided, semi-ancient woodland where there is a steep-sided clough and a small woodland stream at the base of the ravine or river valley, as can be seen from the snapshot of the image. As you can see from the satellite image, this is a large Yorkshire woodland composed mainly of beech and oak, which forms a dense canopy over summer and up until autumn, as you can see from these previous seasonal images of the woodland, markedly contrasting to our spring visit. Welcome to my channel, Wildlife Ranger on YouTube, for all things natural history. Today we're going to look at a little colony of wood anemone, which you can see at the base of the tree. Anemone nemorosa, which is an indicator of ancient woodland. These little plants like damp and shaded places, and as you can see we have a woodland stream babbling away in the background. These 6-petaled white flowers are distinct at early spring as they come into flower, and are valuable food nectar sources for things like hoverflies. Hoverflies are diptera in the family Syrphidae, or put simply in plain English, they are flies which hover around many pollen-rich plants and feed on pollen, and they are in fact bee or wasp mimics. The actual yellow banded colour of the abdomen, which is a see-through tegument, is actually largely dependent on the pollen which the fly has fed on. Whilst bees may also visit these flowers and feed on pollen, the main distinguishing factor is that the flies have 2 wings and the bees have 4. Welcome to my channel folks on Wildlife Ranger on YouTube for all things natural history. Today, the 1st of April, we are alongside a small woodland stream where we're looking at a plant called wood anemone. This little plant is a delicate plant of 6 petals and a white flower, and it is an early spring flowering flower which arrives before the canopy of beech and oak open out. The wood anemone is typically found amongst stands of ransom, as you can see here, these newly emergent leaves. The wood anemone has distinct leaves and they often form large colonies. Today where we're filming, we've had a lot of overuse from the paths which has restricted this little stand because of insensitive management of the woodland.
And I think of you now as a dream that I had long ago, in a kingdom lost to time. In the forest of evening the archer is bending a bow, and I see you bring him bread and wine.
Well, that's all from me, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you will like, share and subscribe the channel to help it become a success as I struggle to keep up with the filming of this season's wildflowers. In the few days of sunshine on and around the 1st of April 2025, plants are already coming into flower. And I'm going to leave you with a little taster of some of the plants that we're going to cover in future videos. I hope also that these videos will give you the skills to identify the plants yourself.